First serve, first go. Oh, dear God.
It's SINA. She ruckus. Deadbeat. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Big Llama Show. I'm the Big Llama. Thank you so much for joining me. This is a movie reaction channel, and you have joined me to react to a first-time movie watch. Don't ask me why I just did that accent. I don't even know. Anyway, it's a first-time movie reaction channel. I watch movies with you for the first time here on YouTube, edited for content and copyright, of course. But I will watch them for the first time, let you know my thoughts as I'm watching them. When I finish watching them, I'll give you my immediate, honest, and genuine reaction to what I just saw. And then what I like to do is, because I love movies so much, I like to go to IMDb and then do some of the trivia. So we'll look at some trivia off of IMDb and we'll call it a night. So please, if you like this kind of stuff, join me. But hey, if you saw the thumbnail, I'm pretty sure you know what we're looking at. But if you didn't, we're going to be watching The History of the World Part 1 by Mel Brooks. It's a 1981 comedy. It looks like from the sort of IMDb page that it has all of Mel Brooks' cast of characters in it. I don't know what it's about, and so I'm very excited. Now, the one thing I will say is that a lot of people, after I did The Blazing Saddles, recommended that I watch this one as well. So I'm really excited to get into it. I look forward to comedies. I love them all. You know, I love watching comedies. Love to laugh. I love to laugh. If you've seen any of my reactions, you know I love to laugh. Anyway, before we get started on the show, first, a couple of things. If you like this kind of stuff and you like my channel and you've been watching me a couple times, because I know some people have been watching me but have not been subscribing, but if you like this channel, hit the like button, hit subscribe, become a member of the Llama Nation. I'd appreciate it. It helps with the YouTube algorithm, and that's the YouTube thing. I'm supposed to do it. Anyway, I also have merch. So if you're feeling like you want to buy some merch, you want to buy the official Big Llama t-shirt, the blackout t-shirt, it's on my merch store. The link's in the description. And if you want to give thanks and sponsor the video, you can give a super thanks and give sponsor the video. It's up to you. Really is all up to you. It's always up to you, as I always do. And you know how it's going to happen next. If you watch this channel, you've seen what happens next. You're going to get your high quality H2O for your drinking pleasure, and also for my talking pleasure, because sometimes I get parched when I talk a lot. So high quality H2O, and tonight's bubbly water of choice is none other than the glorious pineapple coconut. Soak that in. All right, let's not waste any more time. Let's get straight into the movie watch. The first time I'm watching History of the World Part 1, a Mel Brooks film from 1981. I can't wait. Here we go. Oh, Madeline Kahn, one of my favorites. Harvey Korman. Okay, so he's got the entire cast of characters, all the Cloris Leachman. Okay, so he's got his crew. He's got his A crew in this one. Narrated by Orson Welles.
20 million years ago.
Holy shit, that's an A-list right there.
Inhabited the earth, and the ape stood and became man.
What are they doing? Oh dear God. They just do what I think they just did? Is there a part 2? Or is it just irony that it's a part 1?
The greatest calamity that could befall early man was the loss of fire. This need, this talent, clearly separated early man from animals.
Can I just say that Orson Welles' narration
Here, in a
gives
cave
it
somewhere
class?
in the North American continent, about 2 million years ago, the first artist was born. The critic.
Oh shit. What's he doing? Oh, he just pissed all over his thing. Come on.
The first Homo sapien marriage occurred.
Take what you need, baby. Take it.
By the first homosexual marriage.
Oh my God. Hey guys.
Death was greeted with a certain degree of awe. Even in early man, the need to laugh was vital for emotional survival.
First stand-up comedy routines. Oh, shit. I love the physicalness of this. There hasn't been one word uttered, obviously, muttered, but except for Orson Welles' narration.
And so,
And it works.
music
It's funny.
was born.
Spoke too soon. Oh, we're getting into
Moses
biblical.
went to the mountain, and God spoke unto him.
Do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you, I hear you. A deaf man could hear you.
What?
Nothing, Gonish, forget it. Oh, Lord, why have you chosen me? The Lord Jehovah has given unto you these 15. 10 commandments.
Is that how we got 10?
All to obey.
I was wondering when he said 15. All right, we're just skipping right ahead. Old Testament, now we're in Roman Empire.
Columns, get your columns here.
Get your
Ionic,
columns.
Doric, Korean, turn any hovel into a showplace. Columns, sir, don't touch the merchandise.
Oh, bloodletting? Soothsaying, get your soothsaid right
His
here.
face.
Yes, I see that you are going on a long journey.
Temple of Arrows in orgy and buffet. First serve, first go. Oh dear God!
It's a new concept. It's called a centerfold.
Is that Hugh Hefner? Oh shit, that's Hugh Hefner.
It's astounding. It's amazing. Wipe the shit right out of your house. Plumbing here.
Very literal. That's exactly what it does.
Did you kill last week? No. Did you try to
It's
kill
B.
last
Arthur.
week?
B. Arthur, the Golden
Now
Girl.
listen, this is your last week
Thank you for being a friend.
of unemployment insurance. Either you kill somebody next week or we're going to have to change your status. You got it?
Stand-up philosopher.
What?
Comedian.
Oh, a bullshit artist.
I like that. I go out and bust my anus to get you a job, and you're angry with me?
Said bust my
Boy, you
anus.
are nuts. NVTS nuts.
Okay.
NV?
What kind of a job is it?
Just the best gig in all.
I can't go to the Lions. I cannot go to the Lions.
Gregory Hines.
Because I happen to know that the Lions only eat Christians.
Break it down, Gregory Hines. I forgot Gregory Hines was an accomplished dancer. Forgot about that. Oh. Why are you beating the horse?
Stop it!
Yeah, Mel Brooks always had a habit of having very good-looking women in his movies.
I know this horse. He used to be. His name is.
I don't hate him for it. I think it's always great.
Oh, a beautiful name. I'm a Vestal Virgin.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
Fourth wall break. I love those.
Really?
I do love those.
Move that miserable piece of shit!
Now my girl Madeline Kahn. Yes, it is.
Stop. Step on the same foot at the same time. My tits are falling off. Empress Nympho. Empress Nympho.
What are you doing here? You are a Vestal Virgin. You know that VVs are not allowed outside the palace without an escort.
Bob,
Yes, Your Highness.
do I have any openings that this man might fit?
Well, we could use another wine steward. I got a great corkscrew.
Whoa.
All right.
Oh my God, the Vegas Caesar's Palace. There's the escalator walkway into Caesar's Palace. I love this.
All hail Caesar, Emperor of Rome.
All hail Caesar. Oh, Dom DeLuise. Oh, what's he doing?
Ah. But the servant waits while the master baits.
Yeah.
Bring me a small liar.
Missed completely.
Small liar. I was at a friend's house. The check is in the mail. Not that kind of liar. Dig him out. What? Dig him out of here.
Oh, get him out. Take it.
Say when?
8:30.
Ah, the literal comedy. I love this shit.
First of all, they are so poor.
How poor are they?
Thank you. They are so poor that they have only one God. Who wants to look like a big fat pig?
Oh shit.
He says big fat pig.
Oh,
Get off the fat jokes. Get off fat. Get off fat. To the emperor.
Oh shit.
Shit.
Read the room, dude. Read the room.
Die.
Oh.
You're the first white person I even considered like him. Get out of here. Capture them. Kill them. Wash this.
Why did a duck come out of his ass? Okay, I'm getting down with this. Hello, ladies. Big Llama here. How you doing? Nice to meet you. Hello. Hi. Hello. How do you do? Hello. Hi. How are you?
If they're captured, they're hung.
Not necessarily.
She's good, man. She's funny.
No.
Nope.
No. Yes. No. Yes. No.
What am I watching?
Wait a minute.
No.
I love quick time, Harch.
Test.
Test?
Yeah, what test? Oh, that's gross. He is struggling.
You'll never survive.
The jig is up and gone.
Has to come this way.
This has to be a nod to Life of Brian because there's so many like similar type jokes.
Hear me.
Well, that's one way of looking at it.
Josephus! Hey, motherfucker.
Now hurry, walk this way.
I've seen that joke in a couple of different movies. I love that he's
Hurry,
looks like he sped it up.
Square. The alleys.
Oh, this pharmacist is
The others will run.
the pharmacist was in Goodfellas. He's a Henny Youngman? Denny Youngman?
We've got to get out of
I might be wrong, but he was in Goodfellas. I remember that.
Crawling with soldiers.
It's going pretty fast, that horse.
We're pulling away. We're losing now.
Picking flowers.
Roman red.
Roman red.
Nope.
A whole field of wacky weeders.
That's gonna be a ginormous
People don't know the value.
blunt.
Josephus, hurry.
That kind of looks like my boy AD on his streams.
Any minute.
Not to worry. Not to worry.
Oh, everyone's getting a contact high.
We've got to let it cool. Let the coolness get into our vertebrae.
The horses are high as hell.
Yo, man. Hey, who's that? Look what he's done.
That's a pretty cool looking scene, though.
And keep him up.
You son of a bitch, you bastard! An old man, they don't let you live, they don't let you breathe! Son of a bitch!
Shortcut!
To where?
To the port! There's a ship leaving for Judea!
Judea! Judea! Judea!
The People's Front of Judea? I'm gonna have to splice that in here.
For the People's Front of Judea.
I'm gonna stay right here.
Come here, Chris.
What was that? I can't do that.
Now, tonight.
Does everybody want soup?
Please, we must talk. This may be our last supper.
Yes.
What?
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 Yes.
Jesus.
What?
Yes.
What?
You said what?
What?
Nothing.
The Grand Inquisitor,
The Grand Inquisitor.
Torquemada.
Do not beg him for forgiveness. Torquemada, do not ask him for mercy. Let's face it, you can't talk him out of anything.
I knew it. I knew that was coming, and it still hit me. Finally hit me.
What a show, the Inquisition. Here we go.
What is this?
How we doing? Any converts today?
Are we gonna have a nun swimming show? Is this what we're about to see? Synchronized swimming show? Oh, here we go.
Hey, kids, it's story time.
I gotta tell you, my wife loves synchronized swimming. Anytime we go in the pool, we used to do like a routine, and she would always like pretend she was doing synchronized swimming, do handstands and whatnot. It's funny stuff. Oh, it's a menorah.
Rat pie and the ever popular ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
I got absolutely nothing for sale.
Talk like Maurice Chevalier.
What we need.
Let's end this meeting on a high note.
For this exhausting conversation, I'm
Harvey Korman.
Benez.
He's stomping on that dude.
The hell did you say?
Right.
Gang bang!
Oh my God.
Are you going to speak to His Majesty?
No.
Perhaps later. S'il vous plaît.
What is this? Are they staring at him? Dude, this guy over here is straight up staring.
Find it.
Violation.
I can handle this.
Oh,
It's good to be the king.
It is good to be the king.
don't indulge in pleasures of the flesh.
You don't put out, he don't get out.
Your Majesty, I simply don't do it. Oh.
It's good to be the king.
Yeah, or the director of the movie, and write yourself these types of scenes with beautiful women.
Ah, the Count de Money. Don't correct me. What is it?
Count de Monet.
Pull! Look like the piss boy. And you look like a bucket of shit. You don't understand, Your Majesty.
good to be the king.
Again, this is.
Now the beauty.
Please count the money.
De Monet, de Monet.
De Monet, de Monet.
I am the Count de Monet.
De Monet.
But
He gotta correct himself.
King is temporarily indisposed. You've come to the right place.
Fly, my pretty one, fly. Whee! The sky's your playground. Happy landing. Mother, Mrs. Shook.
Hurry, Father.
Holy shit! Wait a minute. Let's get...
Miracle the Horse? How are you just gonna jump eras and timelines?
The Roman Empire. Oh, don't be square, mon cher. Movies is magic. Oh!
There you go. Movies is magic, that's for sure.
Big ending.
Oh, man. And that's it. That's all she wrote. Mel Brooks' History of the World, Part 1.
Coming soon.
Oh, here we go.
Don't miss History of the World, Part 2.
Is this true?
See.
Hitler on ice? He does not miss a chance to make fun of Hitler. Ever. Otherwise known as Spaceballs. Oh my god. This is exactly the song he used in Robin Hood, Men in Tights. Just change the words. Alright, that's the movie, guys. Let's talk about Mel Brooks' History of the World Part 1. Here we go. Alright, there's my reaction to History of the World Part 1, the Mel Brooks film from 1981. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. It is in line with a Mel Brooks comedy. I don't think on the level of Blazing Saddles. I think Blazing Saddles did have a little bit more funny tropes. This one, to me, was hysterical, but I kept comparing it. I kept doing a comparison to Life of Brian. And I know Life of Brian came out in 1979. This one came out in 1981. Some of the things that were referenced in the movie, I don't know if they were a direct nod to Life of Brian, but the Judean people, those things I think are historically accurate, and I think this is the same thing. It's sort of looking at vignettes of the history of the world, but they spent a lot of time in the Old Testament section. So that was, I think, I would say a lot of where that might have come from in terms of inspiration. Nonetheless, the jokes are great. They're spot on. The fourth wall breaks are crazy, and I love them. I thought that was a good touch, and it was a funny moments in the movie where they're breaking the fourth wall. The sexual innuendos, those were great. I mean, Madeline Kahn, is amazing in this movie. Again, she's one of those actresses that I love to see on screen. She's always funny. Definitely has that look. Definitely has, can do both the comedic and kind of the sexy type stuff. So just amazing. Gregory Hines was great in this. The fact that they did the time jump at the end was funny because again, it's self-referential. It's making fun of itself. The caveman sequence in the beginning, that was fun with Sid Caesar. Orson Welles narrating just lifts this movie to a whole nother level. That's a level of class that you don't normally get out of a Mel Brooks film. So again, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. If I was going to rank between the Mel Brooks movies I've seen, Blazing Saddles is still number one, at least in my book, for his satire and obviously the topics he was covering. This one is pretty good. Definitely, I would say History of the World is better than some of his more recent Mel Brooks films. But again, nonetheless, very, very funny. I enjoyed it. I think you should take a look at it. All right, well, listen, let's get right into the trivia. I can't wait to jump into these juicy tidbits about this movie. We're going to IMDb. Here we go. Okay, so this movie had a lot of nice-looking ladies in it, and it says here the Vestal virgins who took the oath of chastity that were in Caesar's palace. as part of the Roman Empire segment, were actually all Playboy playmates at the time. The film's closing credits declare that the Vestal Virgins were portrayed by Playboy playmates and models, and there is a cameo by Hugh Hefner, the Playboy's patron, the face of Playboy, appears as a pipe-smoking entrepreneur talking about an invention, the centerfold. So it was, I had said, is that Hugh Hefner in my reaction? And sure enough it was, but I didn't realize that he had some of his models in the movie. Okay, so we talked about Orson Welles and how sort of he classed up the movie. It says here beforehand it was agreed that Orson Welles would receive $5,000 per day in exchange for his services, for his narration services. Figuring that he had to have spent maybe 5 8-hour days recording the lines, Mel Brooks paid him up front $25,000. But by noon of the first day, Orson Welles being the professional he is, he recorded all his lines to perfection. And Mel Brooks is famously quoted to say, "Oh my God, I could have paid you just $5,000." And he was kicking himself. And he asked him, how are you going to spend your money? He said, with Cuban cigars and Cervega caviar. So Orson Welles was a great touch. And yeah, he finished his lines in a couple hours and got paid a big amount of money. This is interesting, and it was funny because he kept breaking the fourth wall on this one. It says here that the movie is responsible for popularizing the catchphrase, "It's good to be the king." And yeah, he did that a lot, and he would talk to the camera. The expression is said by Mel Brooks during the French Revolution segment, which it is. And then Mel repeats it in Robin Hood Men in Tights in his 1993 movie. I'm going to have to go rewatch some of these movies to see if he reuses some of the gags. Like I said, I didn't see this one before, so watching Robin Hood Men in Tights, watching Spaceballs, watching Dracula Dead and loving it, I didn't get some of the old references if there were any, so that's an interesting one. Okay, so I knew this one. It says here, the music used in the Jews in Space segment was recycled into the Men in Tights number for Robin Hood Men in Tights. I knew I had heard that sort of song before, and I knew they just changed the words, so I was right. Okay, so this is a trademark, and this answers my question, and I think we might end it here, but this answers my question. This is part of the Mel Brooks' trademark, which is, he always talks about sequels in his movies, but there's no sequel that actually gets made. So it says here at the end of the movie, a trailer is shown for The History of the World Part 2, a sequel that was never intended. The Part 1 in the movie title was actually just a joke. So I was asking it like, okay, if there's a Part 1, where's the Part 2? But apparently I wasn't in on the joke. All right, we're going to finish it up on these last two things. Pretty interesting things here. It says here Mel Brooks plays 5 roles in this movie. He plays Moses, Comicus, the Grand Inquisitor, Torquemada, Jacques, and the King and King Louis. This is the most parts Brooks has ever done in a theatrical movie. So that's pretty interesting. And then last and not least, again, this goes back to my Monty Python sort of link. It says here that John Cleese originally turned down the role of Count de Monet, not Count the Money, due to scheduling conflicts. And that would have made for, I think, a really, really interesting... Now, he got Harvey Korman, who's his guy, and he's been in all his movies, but I would have loved to have seen John Cleese in this movie. All right, everybody, that's my reaction, that's my commentary, that's my thoughts on the movie, and that's the trivia. We are done. This is the end of the video. Here's where I'm going to ask you all the YouTube things. So guys, listen, if you guys do, honestly, if you like this type of stuff, you like these types of videos, please consider giving a like and consider subscribing to The Big Llama Show. If you want to support the channel, you can give a super thanks, which is like a tip to support the channel. If you want to buy merch and, support the Big Llama shirt, we got a link in the description. You do what you feel like you need to do, but at minimum, what you could do is please subscribe to the channel. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad that you took the time to watch this abbreviated version of the movie with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and please be on the lookout for my community tab. We are always posting polls and asking, what movies are next, and so got a lot of great ideas. So we're gonna have a lot of movies coming out really, really soon. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm the Big Llama. This is the Big Llama Show, and remember, guys, be kind, rewind. It's movie night, and we're gonna see you on the next one.
You're the one I keep as my prima donna, my only ruby. You are the one for me.
Yeah, I tell her, baby, you're the one for me. Never two unless you're telling me you feel it too.